Deshaun?
I thought we did pretty well. Of course, some things that we got to fix. The right side of it, one of the things going into fall camp, we wanted to emphasize the turnovers, and we had 3 turnovers today. So that was pretty good. We stopped the run pretty well. But like I said, it's a lot of things that we can correctly get better on.
We heard Javon had one of the interceptions. Do you remember who had the other 2?
Broussard had an interception, and Trayvon Leonard. All those 3 guys had interceptions.
Who did they pick off?
Can't even remember who was that quarterback.
Is it good to just see the secondary doing that in the scrimmage? They've talked a lot about wanting to get them turnovers again after
this
season.
It's good for me, seeing it as a Michael linebacker, good for those guys, confidence, and for other guys to see it, as well, because the question, quote unquote, for our defense is the back end. I don't think it's really going to be a problem for today. When we saw that they're able to make plays, and they came up and made some big tackles in the box. So I think it's a good confidence booster for those guys to see that they're able to actually make those plays.
Can you really believe that that's a question, Deshaun? I mean, I understand losing Carlton and Trey Stephen matters, but at the same time, Javar is like, I mean, there's enough analysis out there that shows how dominant he was, and Jamel and how dominant he was. And it's not like Jeremiah and Daniel didn't play. Like
exactly.
So can you really wrap your head around that that's the quote-unquote question, and yet you have those players?
I mean, I always laugh when people said that, our back end was going to struggle, or it's the lacking part of our defense. Because like you said, we have guys back there that are able to make plays. And, of course, they weren't big, second-round pick type guys as Carson. He's kind of a one-of-a-kind guy, you can almost possibly say. But, I mean, Dean is a freak of nature. Javar's made a lot of plays for us last year. Was a freshman All-American, freshman All-SEC. Daniel Thomas is a big body safety who can come and tackle. We have the speed and the ability to cover receivers. 20 is the brains of the whole operation back there. Jeremiah, he makes a lot of plays when the ball is in the air. He has great ball skills. So, I mean, I'm not worried at all. And I don't know how a lot of other people are, but that's just the outlook of it.
How much for him, for Jeremiah specifically, with communication, all that, like you say, and Kevin stuff about this thing, how much do you think that it helped him being at the nickel in particular and being that much just closer to the calls and having to know that?
I think he plays a lot in it. By him just knowing the defense, him, like you say, being in that nickel, being in that box, knowing where a lot of people have to fit, being on the back end, knowing where he can step in and make a lot of plays when runs are to, spit out or whatever. And, our nickel and safety are kind of mirror positions because we do a lot of bouncing in the secondary, and sometimes our safety have to come down and play nickel. So, I think it's good for him to have that experience in the box, and it gives him the ability to make calls in the back end because he knows what's going on.
Deshaun, we've heard about, obviously the freshman guys that were here in the spring, Smoke and Jam. What have you seen out of your Mobile boy and Roger McCreary so far?
He made a lot of plays today. He made a lot of big off-the-field tackles. He's still picking up on the playbook. He's still learning the playbook. But what I like seeing from him is he's actually up there with the coaches. After we're not having meetings, like we're on lunch right now, he's usually, get his lunch, eat his food, and he go and talk to a GA, or he wants to get an extra film in with the players to see what should I do on this play, what should I do on this play. Okay, when they do motion here, he want to know all the adjustments. So he's trying to become a student of the game. But what stood out to me today, he made a lot of open field tackles and some big plays on third down also.
You think he's a guy that's going to be able to help pretty early?
Yeah, I think he can help us right now. I mean, we got a lot of talent in the back end, so I don't know if you'll see a lot of them. I don't know how they're going to rotate. That's for the coaches. But if he was out there, I can tell you I wouldn't be worried at all because I know the heart that's in him. He showed the ability to tackle. He showed the ability to cover guys like Ryan, to cover guys like Slayton in one-on-one situations. So, like I said, I don't know how much they're going to use him, but I know his ability. I know his heart. So if he's out there, I know he can make some plays.
What about those linebackers, the newcomers that are with y'all now?
Really, who's standing out to me right now is Kobe McClain. To me, he's separating himself from, the freshman class, the freshman bunch. He made a ton of tackles in the scrimmage today. When we're doing one-on-one things in practice, or when we're doing physical stuff, he's 202, but he sticks every pound in you. He hits you with that 202. 202 is being released. And he has the ability to cover receivers. He's a fast guy. He's not stiff at all. Still learning the playbook, but I think he's getting better and better every day. Josh Marsh has been doing a lot of good things. He's a elite sprinter, I think. And the guy can run fast, going straight ahead. So, you know, he's trying to pick up the playbook. Michael Harris has been doing a lot of good things for us at Mike. He's still trying to, like I say, learn the playbook, but they're freshmen. You know, that this is supposed to be a learning curve for them because we're installing every day. What we installed yesterday, we're going to call today on top of what we installed today. So a lot of things are kind of running together from them, but they're trying to learn systems. They're playing hard, and I think Zakoba can definitely help us this year.
We know what Nick Coe was able to do last year with his first opportunity on the field. Just what have you seen from him entering his second actual season?
He's growing. You can see the maturity side of it. You can tell he's pulling out a lot of things when his hands in the dirt. He see offensive linemen when they're light. He's calling delta calls. He can tell when guys are pulling and stuff. And that's just playing experience. Getting those snaps. And he's trying to even help mold young guys that are on the defensive line. He's helping Richard out the buck position because he's played that position. He's been a freshman before, but he's matured a lot.
How's he looked at that buck position? I know he's got the versatility to kind of play anywhere on the
Nick
line.
or Richard?
Nick.
Oh, he's looked pretty good. He's looked really good. I think, me personally, I think he's better with his hand in the dirt. But he's not an average guy when he stands up either. He can do anything that Coach G asked him or Coach Steele, whoever asked him to do. He has that much ability, but I think he's getting better.
Richard's a guy you've known for a couple of years through the recruiting process, all that, and when he's gotten on the field, we've heard about his energy. And what have you seen out of Richard so far?
Ton of speed. He has the ability to make plays on the left hash to the field, like sideline to sideline. When the ball's gone, 27 is gone, and he doesn't slow down at all. That's what really stands out. And that's what catches the coach's attention. He has a huge motor, and that's how we want to play defense. Relentless effort. So that's what's getting him on the field right now.
Jared had talked about being anxious to get in the scrimmage because he hadn't obviously because of spring. Did he look a little rusty, or did it look like he just picked up where he left off?
If you could see the scrimmage, you would think he's practiced every day since the spring. I mean, they made some big throws downfield, particularly back shoulder. I mean, he was very accurate today. He looked good in the pocket. I think we probably would have sacked him a couple times, but the coaches, they were letting them get some downfield throws, and when they were able to get the ball off, they were able to complete. And so I took my hat to those guys. They made plays on defense. We got to do better. But that back shoulder throw in college football or any league, any level of football is a hard throw to defend if it's placed perfect. And Jared can throw it perfect.
Were those veterans catching those back shoulder plays, or were there some younger guys doing that?
Both. Darius Slater's been doing a good job all account, separating himself from DBs and catching one-on-one balls, jump balls, back shoulder balls. I know Jackson, he caught like 2 or 3. Seth caught like 2 or 3. Those who have really been standing out to me on the offensive side of the ball. I think that entire receiver class, I don't think they missed on talent on no one in that entire freshman class. I think a lot of them can step in and play, especially those 2 guys I just named.
Jarrett said that he feels like that this is an offense that could cause some problems for opposing defenses more so than maybe even last year. Do you agree with that?
It's a ton of weapons, man. It's a ton of weapons. Like I just said, of course, you got guys like Ryan, guys like Slayton. Nate Craig's been having a great camp. The freshmen have been stepping up and making plays. But we told them when they first got here, when we had the players on them, we need freshman receivers to step up because we lost Will. We lost, Eli. They made a lot of plays for us. Anthony, he came in. He came in late, but he's learning the playbook. The 10 flat is 10 flat. Like he can run. It's not a joke. And with Jared throwing the ball and putting it in the places that he put it, man, I mean, the sky's the limit for that offense. That we have a running back committee. Cam Martin has been running really well. Whitlow's been running really well. Sean has really surprised me. I thought he was a speed guy, but he's kind of tough to run in between the tackle. He don't like getting tackled, I can tell you that. And he has a lower center of gravity, and he's a very strong running back. So he surprised me running in between the tackles, but he opened my eyes a lot. And then you have guys like CJ. I mean, it's a ton of weapons on the offensive side of the ball, and I think they're going to use them well.
A few weeks ago, you said this defensive line could be one of the best in the country, if not the best in the country. What is it about that group that just makes them so special and gives you that confidence that they can be that dominant?
They don't get complacent. Every day they come to work, and it's because of the attitude in the room that they know if they mess up, it's another guy that's behind them that can come and do the job. So it's just competition, and they don't get complacent. But Coach G don't let them get complacent. You know, he's on them each and every day. As linebackers, we're on them because we know for us to be successful, they have to be successful. So I mean, that's the energy in the room. They all want to get better and better each day. So if they keep getting better, I mean, I don't think a lot of the front's going to be able to block them.
Deshaun, those young running backs, Whitlow and Asa Martin, do you think they're tough enough to run between the tackles in the SEC?
Oh yeah, they definitely showed it. Booby showed it today. He showed it in the spring game. Asa he's been running really well. Can't remember, like actually picture or vividly remember him running in between the tackles today. I can't remember him getting a lot of carries, but I know I seen it in like regular practice when we were third tempo. He has a bite to him. You know, he's not scared. He's not really big, but when he runs the ball, you know, he runs with power. And that's what Coach Hartman been preaching, you know, to them. But to play running back at Auburn, you have to be a physical back. And a lot of those guys who are quote unquote speed guys or edge rushers are now lowering their pads, you know, running in between the tackles. And we know in this league you have to run the ball and you have to stop the run. So they're taking on that challenge.
Did either of those two make any plays that really stood out today?
Asa had a big run today, probably about a good 15, 20-yard run. Broke a tackle in the core and you know, kind of sped out. Booby made a good buck sweep run, outside zone run, and he hit the corner and he probably got about 12, 15 yards. So, I mean, they both have the ability. So, I mean, whoever takes that lead job, I mean, they're going to be fine.
Sounds good.
Sean,